How do you know if she is a narcissist? Welcome, brother. First of all, I want you to know something critical right off the bat. You are not alone. If you are here, you are likely experiencing or have recently experienced a deep, relentless, and soul-draining relationship with a narcissistic woman. I understand the pain, confusion, and chaos you have been living in. This first module is crucial because before we can begin healing, breaking free, and reclaiming your life, we must first clearly identify and deeply understand exactly what narcissistic abuse is and how it has affected you. Now let's dive straight into this. Narcissistic abuse isn't like regular relational conflict. It isn't about normal disagreements or occasional arguments. Narcissistic abuse is a targeted, strategic form of psychological manipulation and emotional control. It's designed specifically to destabilize you, erode your sense of self-worth, and keep you emotionally tied and dependent. Understanding this distinction is critical. The narcissistic woman you have been with likely displayed patterns of behavior that you may have initially dismissed or rationalized because, well, frankly, that didn't make sense. You are a rational, caring, empathetic person, so you tried your best to see her behavior through the lens of normalcy and kindness. But unfortunately, narcissistic behavior isn't rational. It's manipulative, calculated, and deeply damaging. Let's talk about some common narcissistic behaviors you have probably encountered. Number one is gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the most damaging and confusing tactics narcissists use. It's a psychological technique where the narcissist makes you doubt your own memories, perceptions, and even sanity. She might tell you something never happened, even though you are certain it did. Over time, this makes you question your reality, causing intense self-doubt and loss of trust in your instincts. For example, you clearly remember her saying something hurtful or disrespectful, but when confronted, she insists, "You are imagining things. You are too sensitive. That never happened." And over time, these denials chip away at your confidence and reality. Number two is projection and blame shifting. Another tactic is projection, where she accuses you of behaviors or feelings she herself is experiencing or engaging in. If she's unfaithful, she may accuse you of cheating. If she's angry, she'll say you are the one with anger issues. Blame shifting occurs when she refuses accountability for anything negative, making you responsible instead. Think back to how many times she blamed you entirely for arguments, conflicts, or misunderstandings. How often did she twist situations so masterfully that you ended up apologizing for things you never did or taking responsibility for her behaviors? Number three is silent treatment and emotional withdrawal. Silent treatment is another strategic weapon. Narcissists use silence or emotional coldness as punishment to control you, leaving you desperate for their affection or communication. It's intentionally used to cause you emotional pain and to force you into compliance or submission. You likely remember moments or even days of complete emotional abandonment, times when you were desperately trying to figure out what you did wrong, when the reality was that you probably did nothing wrong at all. Number four is idealization and devaluation. Early in the relationship, narcissists often idealize their partners. You may have experienced intense love bombing, extravagant praise, and excessive attention initially. You thought you'd found the perfect partner, which made the subsequent devaluation incredibly painful and disorienting. Over time, idealization shifts abruptly into harsh criticism, contempt, and emotional neglect. Suddenly, nothing you did was ever good enough. The same person who showered you with love and admiration began to demean, belittle, and undermine you. Understanding these tactics clearly can be both eye-opening and deeply painful. You may feel anger, sadness, and even disbelief right now, and that's entirely normal. But clarity is the beginning of your liberation. So, why do narcissists behave this way? Narcissists thrive on control, admiration, and emotional dominance. Behind the mask of confidence and superiority, there's deep insecurity, emptiness, and fear. Their abusive behaviors are tools designed to maintain power, superiority, and emotional dominance at all costs. The sad truth is, your suffering is their validation. Your pain, confusion, and despair feed their ego and confirm their perceived superiority. But here's the critical truth. The abuse you have experienced is not your fault. It never was. Narcissistic abuse is about the narcissist's unresolved internal pain, trauma, and insecurity. Not about your worth, your value, or anything you did or didn't do. I want you to deeply internalize this reality. Recognizing this truth is the first step to your healing. As painful as it might be, understanding narcissistic abuse gives you power. It begins to shift your perspective from victimization to empowerment. You now know exactly what you are dealing with, and from this moment forward, your journey of reclaiming your identity, your confidence, and your life has truly begun. Remember, brother, clarity is power. In the coming modules, we'll dive deeply into healing, breaking trauma bonds, and rebuilding your life. But for now, give yourself permission to fully acknowledge what you have been through and know this: you are not alone. You are not broken, and you are absolutely capable of reclaiming your life, happiness, and peace. You've got this, and I'll be here with you every step of the way.